Confession time! I watch BL. It's a genre among genres, and genre does not matter as long as it's good, though fantasy is preferred. But okay, let's talk about history 1, 2, and 3. Let's go. So, History the series. It's basically several different stories. In one season, there's 2 or 3 stories depending on the season. I'm gonna go on in a chronological order. I will mispronounce so many names. Holy shit. Bear with. I'm sorry. Yeah. And I'm just gonna give you overall synopsis, maybe possibly spoilers, because I'm me. I spoil everything for myself and everybody else. Ha! Nice. So, yeah. Chronological order from season 1 to 3. So, first up, my hero. aka the worst BL I've ever seen. I fucking hate this one so much. I was supposed to watch this again for this review and I started it and I was like, nope, not gonna do it. I cannot. I hate this so much. Just throwing it out there, I'm not, like, I am so biased when I'm talking about this one. Take it as a grain of salt, you know. So, my hero tells about this girl who died, and it wasn't her time. So the Grim Reaper kinda puts her back in this guy's body, the guy that was supposed to die. And oh my god, the acting sucks, the writing sucks, everything about it sucks. Like, oh, there's nothing good about this one. Okay, there has to be something good, but I haven't found it yet, and I'm not gonna watch it again because yeah. Yeah, the story itself kind of may be interesting, but so many issues for me. Basically, because the girlfriend is now in this guy's body, that this guy has had crush on the girlfriend's boyfriend, and now the girlfriend is possessing this boy's body, and then the boyfriend and the guy kind of fall in love, and then like the boyfriend also had a kind of a little bit of crush to the to the boy, and whoo, clusterfuck. And it ends basically why I like the ending, especially like made me like take a double take, like what, why, what. So like the girl has a certain amount of time to make the boyfriend fall in love in her in the guy's body, and then they end up kissing at the end, and the girlfriend is transferred to the other side because the boyfriend wasn't in love with the girlfriend who was in the guy's body. But the guy himself, or thinking that he's so many questions, like, okay, basically the guy has lost his memory from X amount of time because the girl was possessing his body, and they hadn't really, like, the boyfriend and the guy hadn't had that many contact, like that much contact with one another. I can understood. So it's so weird because like now he's basically the boyfriend has fallen in love with a guy that was possessed by his girlfriend, and thinking that that guy is like this, even though it was his girlfriend. And it's so fucking weird. uh, I don't know if you got my like explanation, but it's so weird, you guys. And there's nothing wrong being weird, absolutely loving weird shit, but it doesn't make any sense. And the acting sucks. Well, the acting, I don't know if the acting sucks, but the character sucks. I hate the characters. I hate the girlfriend characters so much. And yeah. I was so happy when like it was over. I will not go back to this. It's not first one I have seen from the history series. If it had been, I wouldn't have been watching. Luckily, it wasn't this one, but from the second season. So I ended up watching this. Couple of hours my life I won't get back. Not gonna lie. If you like BM, you might wanna check it out, but you know, you don't lose anything by not checking it out. The second one, Stay Away From Me. Uh, Plot here, not anything special, quite cliche. Actually, in BL, I've seen this couple of times, and I don't watch that much. You know, if I've seen it, you know, several times, that's a cliche in my book. And I kind of have understood from those examples that it's kind of cliche to have. So, the story about Wang He. I have no idea if I pronounced it correctly. Like I said, gonna mispronounce every single one of these names. So Wang He, Wang He, Wang Ha, Wang He. Um, his mother remarries a guy, well, a man, and he has a son called. I'm just gonna call him Idol for the sake of me not trying to pronounce the name. So yeah, he has a son who is an idol, and so the mother wants Wang Hei to, you know, take care of his stepbrother, especially because, you know, he's famous idol, and, you know, just checking out that, you know, his school is doing okay and stuff, whatnot. And so the idol guy moves in with Wang Hei, and see where I'm going here. So, you know, two guys sharing a room. It's a BL. That's a recipe for the BL, and you know the stepbrother thing quite often seen in BLs. It's kind of it depends. Here they are, you know, already in university before they could become brothers, but I have seen versions where they have been brothers basically from childhood, where it's kind of weird that you would have those kind of feelings for your brother, even though not biological. If you have grown up together, it's kind of iffy. I'm not like judging it in a way, but it's kind of weird in a sense. But yeah, here they are teenagers, or like I don't consider university students teenagers, but university students already, and they don't get along at first because of course they don't, because it's BL. um, yeah, they don't get along at first, and then they kind of start having feelings one another, and it's actually quite open ended. I'm not sure whether or not they actually got together. I think you can like interpret it either way. So most likely happy ending. They got together. So, but yeah, there's a room for interpretation also. But yeah, really basic one. Acting is okay. Stories, like the characters are okay. I hate the fucking fangirl Meng Meng. I think her name was annoying. I hate those Fuyoshi girls in BLs quite often because they usually don't serve any other purpose than going like, oh, you guys, you're so cute together. And I was just like, fuck you. Like, how annoying would that kind of friend be who is constantly like going like, oh my god, yes. And I know from experience because I used to be that for my friend. Luckily she married the guy, so you know, saved. But yeah, I wasn't like that every single time. I was only like when I was drunk. I went to like they were both my friends, and I went to them like, you would be great couple, and like yeah, annoying as hell. Do not do that. Okay. The last one is Obsessed. Tells about this guy, Xiao Yishen, who was in a car accident and is reborn 9 years earlier. Like, well, not well reborn, but you know, transferred back into his body 9 years earlier. So The reason why he got hit by a car was basically because his then boyfriend broke up with him and told him that he has a girlfriend. The guy's name is Jianteng. Again, cannot pronounce it. So Yisen was so destroyed by this that he kind of ran away from his boyfriend, well, not boyfriend anymore at that point, and got hit by a car, and then is reborn in his body 9 years earlier. And now he doesn't want anything to do with his boyfriend anymore. Like, he doesn't want to meet him. Like, is transferred just before he would meet his future boyfriend, and he doesn't want to meet him anymore because now he knows how it's gonna end. He knows that, okay, it's just gonna be in heartbreak and end in, in disaster. So doesn't want to do anything to do with the guy anymore. They haven't met up until this point, so he's trying to make so that they won't meet. But haha, fate, the fucker she is, decides to intervene, and now the boyfriend Jianteng actually kind of finds out that Xiao has had feelings for him, like he has been crushing on him for far away, and comes obsessed with him, like the title. Clever. Yeah, and he's really, really, I would say, hideous on things he does. He basically, or you could say, sexually assaults him, fakes amnesia, all things just to, be close to the guy, even though Xiao doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. And so Jianteng's just the worst, basically, and so obsessed and just tries all the, speak of all things in the book. And not good, guys. I don't know why the fuck. When did consent become, not hot? I have no idea when that happened. But yeah. I don't like, even though the story elements and story beats, like, and the Jianteng's characters are quite annoying, I still kind of like this one. The couple has really good chemistry, and you can like mentally do hoops and around the fact that he's so obsessed, because you kind of go like, well, it's fate, they were meant to be together, and so you can do the mental Olympics with that. But yeah, I know that I shouldn't like this for so many reasons. And spoilers, in the end, it's found out that why Jianteng actually broke up with Xiao was the fact that Xiao's family didn't approve of their relationship, and he wanted to, you know, make sure that he has better future and won't, cut ties with, like Xiao won't cut ties with his family. And so he was faking having a girlfriend. He actually didn't have a girlfriend. He was just faking it. So, lesson to you. Do not lie. You might kill your boyfriend. But yeah, I would recommend this one. It's interesting in its own right. Not the best one out there. Certainly has really iffy elements to it. But if you can do the mental hula hoops, you can get by them. But yeah, I would recommend this just for the couple's chemistry, because they do have really good chemistry. If you like watch BL just for the couples and the chemistry, this one is for you. I usually don't, but this one is kind of exception to the rule. Okay, moving on to the second season. The best one out of these. I loved second season so much. It was actually the one that I watched first. It's so good. It's so good. I'm so happy to be able to talk about it. So, second season has two stories, and they're a little bit longer than the first season. So yeah, you get more out of characters and a bit more developed stories than in the second season. So Yes. The first one from the second season is Right or Wrong, aka Domestic Bliss, the series. Like it's so domestic bliss. Oh, only one of those rare series that actually kind of almost makes me want to have a child and family. Almost like this close, but not quite. Xiao Fei is the main character. He's a university student, and one day he's filming with his school project on like this movie in a park, and then this little girl runs up to them, and she doesn't have a parent with her or anything like that. So Xiao Fei basically decides to take the girl home with his friend, and then they found the girl's dad at the home, lying under the table, sleeping. Not even drunk, he's just lying under the table. The girl's dad, Shi Yanxie, he's basically kind of this deadbeat dad in a way. He's so obsessed with his work that he doesn't really take care of the house. There's rotten food on the tables and it smells disgusting and stuff like that. And then they actually run into one another at school because Shi and Jen and is actually one of the professors teaching at the university where Xiao Fei is actually studying, and actually is one of the course teachers that he has. And because of that, Xiao Fei is hired to be the nanny in the household. So he's basically like cleaning and looking out for Yu, the little girl, 7-year-old girl that you know uh, he met. Yeah. So the 7-year-old girl he met, and yeah. So little by little, Xiao Fei kind of starts to have feelings for the professor, more than more than employer, more than just teacher, and yeah, and actually he kind of finds out that they actually met before, and that's one of the reasons why actually he was uh, kind of indebted to him, kind of felt indebted to him, and that's why he also took the nanny job. So he kind of figured out that they have met before. Xiao Fei was in a really low place when they met. He had just been outed in his high school, and things were not going well, and so he was at his rock bottom when he had met the professor first time, and now they kind of happen to meet again. And also the professor start to have feelings for Xiao Fei, naturally. And it's just like, oh my god, so domestic bliss. Yeah, they actually um, are together quite a bit of the show, like half of the show is like them being together. But it's basically like Xiao Fei's mother was kind of like, yeah, you not do not touch my son until he's 20, which is like a couple of months away. So no kissing, no nothing like that. No funny business basically. And yeah, but it's basically just about the family and how they grow together. And the daughter, the 7-year-old daughter, is the cutest fucking thing in the world. I just like I don't usually like child characters, but she's so cute. Oh my god, I want to hug her. I don't like children, but like yeah, she's really cute, and they're just so adorable, like the whole family unit. And yeah. So if you have the feels for some domestic bliss, check this one out. You might actually want to have children afterwards. But yeah, stellar casting. The actors are so good. The writing is good. Yeah, I would highly recommend this one. This is a really good one. Moving on to the second one in the second season, Crossing the Line, or sometimes Boundary Crossing. You kind of see both of the titles. the one that started it all. Yeah, this was the one that I actually saw from the history series first, and it was so nice. I kind of liked it. It has problems with the pacing, especially the first episode, kind of the second one, moves a little quickly. They could have like a little bit slow it down a little, but the pacing gets better as the series goes along. Yeah, and the cast amazing. Like the side characters, I love the side characters in this one. So there's actually like a lot of good things about it. Two couples for the price of one. So yeah, two male couples in this one, and well, actually three if you count the side characters, like all of them, because like there's also a heterosexual couple. Yeah, this one tells about Yuha, who got transferred to a new school because he got in a fight in his old one. And there he meets this ex-volleyball player, now the manager of the volleyball team, Season1. And they don't get along at first, they're kind of a little bit different with their personalities, but it's just, the start. Quite quickly they find, common ground and actually start to become friends, and Yuhao start to have feelings for Jinjuan. And so yeah, it's a little bit puppy love. So Yuhao starts to have feelings for Shijuan, and they're just finishing up high school basically. Like Shijuan is finishing up high school. He's a little bit older than um, Yuhao, so he's going to the university first, and the series is quite in the simplistic forms, just puppy love, and how they're kind of both handle their crush on one another. And yeah, it's a funny. I like it. The humor is really good. The chemistry between all of the cast is really good. Like you believe the friendships they have. You believe that they actually friends with one another, and they like one another. So it's really good. And I don't wanna. I it's like the second season is quite hard to summarize because it's like there's there isn't that much of story, which is not good usually. Like when you're trying to summarize and people are like, "That's it," and yeah, that's it. But it's actually really good. You don't have to have like a huge story every single time. You can have small stories, and yeah, this is kind of like a small story that series. So these are not huge life-changing stories. These are usually real personal stories. So this one too, just a couple of high school boys falling in love, and how they get from from kind of little bit enemies to friends to maybe lovers in the future. And there's also, like I said, two with the price of one. So there's a second couple, and they're actually stepbrothers. Haha, I told you it's a cliche. So yeah, they're stepbrothers, and the younger one has started to have feelings for the older one, and he feels really guilty about it, and he's trying to push the older brother away because of it, so that he can have his life and just leave him be. But the older brother finds out that the younger brother actually likes him. So they at the end they're started to trying to figure it out. They are not together at the end. They're just saying that they're taking the time, and they kind of both have feelings for one another, but they need the time to figure out what they are basically to one another. This one has one of the best friends characters, He Shenghe. I have no, yeah. He's so good as a best friend for Shishiran. Um, oh my god, So good, so funny. I like him so much. He's so nice. He's kind of one of those no bullshit, funny kind of guys who doesn't take things maybe as seriously as he should. But yeah, amazing best friend character. I like friend characters so much. That's my honey. That's my cherry on top when there's an amazing best friend character in the mix. So this one has that. I approve. So yeah, I would recommend this. It's a high school drama, so if that's not your cup of tea, don't watch. You usually know if you don't like high school dramas. It's not cringy. I think it's well done. It's not like Riverdale or something like that, or Gossip Girl or whatever. So yeah, it's actually nicely done, and the characters are really good. The acting is really good. So I would recommend it if you're interested in basic BL or just have a fun time. And this is one of those series that leave you kind of warm-hearted, like the second season especially, like so warm-hearted, like you have faith in the humanity again, like for a little while. So yeah, I would highly recommend the season 2 all in all, the both ones. So the season 3, the first one would be Trapped. This is really good, just throwing it out there. It tells about this officer Meng Xiaofei, who's tracking this gangster kind of gang leader, well, his gang leader Tang Yi, because Tang Yi was involved in this incident where Meng Xiaofei's um, partner, like one of the colleagues, got shot, and this was 4 years before the series starts. So 4 years ago, there was this shooting incident where Meng Xiaofei's colleague got killed, and also Tang Yi's kind of abducted father also got killed in that incident. And Meng Xiaofei is obsessed with it. He wants to know what happened, and he thinks Tang Yi knows more than he lets on. Tang Yi got shot on the same time, so according to the bullet wound and how the bodies were laying, Tang Yi would have seen who shot him. So Meng Xiaofei is really like obsessed with him. He's trying to, basically annoy him to agree to, testify and get more info from him. So basically, because Meng Xiaofei is following Tang Yi everywhere and trying to, piss him off and annoy him and stuff like that, he actually ends up following Tang Yi as Tang Yi is attacked, and they both got kidnapped. And they escape the kidnappers in this forest, and they have to spend the night there. So while they're there, they have actually time a little bit to, bond in a way, kind of, seeing one another in a different light because they have to be on the same side, not on the opposite side at that point. And that kind of kickstarts the development in their relationship that becomes, basically lovers. And during at the same time, Meng Xiaofei is still trying to find out what happened 4 years ago, and Tang Yi is still not willing to tell him because Tang Yi has his own plans for the guy who shot the people. And so, it's a little bit of crime thriller. And the really good thing about this is that I would recommend this to people who might not like BL, because it doesn't matter that they are both guys. Their story works either way. They could be both, they could be females, they could be male and female, and it wouldn't matter. The story would still work. So this is really good one if you're kind of, especially if you have kind of thought about it, like maybe I should watch BL, but cringe. This is actually a good one to start. Although in the first episode, the sound effects, they're a little annoying, but they go away. So don't mind them. I was kind of like annoyed in the first episode with the sound effects, but it goes away. They don't do that throughout the series. So yeah, acting stellar. Again, friend group stellar. Again, two couples with the price of one. So there's a second couple. Tang is employee Jack and other officer from Menshao Face group. So whose name I cannot pronounce. um, but yeah, there's the second couple also they just kind of go through the motions too. They're cute. They're over cute. So if you like cuteness, that's one for you. Um, but yeah, the second couple didn't like interest me that much. They don't really have that big of an arc. They're just side characters. But yeah, Men Face and Tang Yi's relationships and how it develops is actually really interesting, and it's like I said, nothing to do with the gender. Could be either any gender and it would work. So yeah, it's I think this is really big step forward with BLs. You know, just not being just about the relationship, being also a crime series on the side. So yeah, amazing. Would recommend it highly. Um, there's a couple of cringe moments, but not really that much. So even the newcomers are welcome. The last one from the season 3, Make Our Days Count. Honestly, a step backwards. It's really, really cliched. Doesn't offer anything new in my book. It's about high school boys who are so different from one another, and then they end up falling in love. Yay! Yeah, Haoting and Yushigu, and I have no idea why Haoting started to like Yushigu. They just met in the pharmacy and he started to like him. Honestly, yeah, there's nothing like their relationship seems doesn't feel natural to me, and yeah, it's kind of I don't I like this one, and cherry on the cake with the not liking. I don't mind. I'm gonna spoil, huge spoilers. Cherry on the cake. Yushiku dies in the last episode, like the beginning of the last episode. He's dead, and like the and how thing is it's basically like 4 years in the future, and how thing is still kind of has moved on, but still kind of sad about the whole thing. And yeah, fans were not happy with that one at all. I kind of get it, but I don't mind if characters die. And actually, like the last episode was the only one that I actually felt anything. I actually kind of felt like, okay, if the whole season would have been this, like what the one episode was, then it might have been actually a really good one. The last episode was really good, like completely in a different ballpark with the previous episodes. So I was kind of disappointed because there was something there that they could have worked with, but yeah, they ended up doing like really cliched high school thing, and yeah, didn't do it for me. Again, two couples. The second couple, how do I describe it? There's this guy in this gym where this other guy works, and they hook up. And actually, even with their relationship, there's really, yeah, okay, there's a little bit more there. Like the second couple has more there than the first one. So the older guy, Chikan, I'm just gonna call him shopkeeper. So the shopkeeper guy and Baoxing, the high schooler, um, they're like the high school age. I think they're 17 in this one or 18. I think they're 18. Like it's almost creepy, but not quite. So um, the age of consent is 16 in Taiwan, as is in Finland. So technically, nothing legal is happening. Just saying. So Baoxing and the shopkeeper, like the shopkeeper doesn't want to date Baoxing at first because he's a high schooler. They have a age difference, and he's been burned before. Like he's been shunned by his family, and a lot of his boyfriends have left him because they felt like he's too clingy and stuff like that. But Baoxing is really like, no, I want to be with you. And yeah, there's a little bit progress with the shopkeeper, but even their story arc in the last one, I was like, God damn it! You could have made this one also for the whole season, because the last episode, um, the shopkeeper is trying to reconcile like the relationship with his family because he's been thrown out of the family, and Baoxing is helping him trying to get, retouched to his family, and that could have been one season. And yeah, I am so annoyed. I'm so annoyed by this. Like I said, nothing against the actors. Actors are great, but why the fuck? You would have had more things to say if you had done the season long, like what you did at the last episode. So I'm really bummed because there was something there, and I always like hate when you can tell that there's really like material there, and you have good actors, and they can work the story, but for the some reason, you go the easy way, like the writers go the easy way around and just do a cliche story. So that's my opinion on the on the last one. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it again. Like I said, it's so cliched and not really interesting, and there's nothing there. I watched it once, and that's enough for me. So, all in all, history 1, 2, and 3. So, the first season really unsteady, unstable. You can tell that they were still kind of trying to figure out what they were doing. Second season, stellar, most consistent one. Small stories, but done well. I would highly recommend the second season. Third season, bit of a mix. Dropped, really good. Make our days count. Step backwards, unfortunately. So if I would have to recommend any of these, you can guess which ones. So basically, Right or Wrong, Crossing the Line, Trapped, and if you want to watch something from the season 1, I would say stay away from me. Even though it's also kind of cliched, but I think that one might be the best one still, like from the first season. But yeah, I don't know how many people will watch this that actually watch BL. I always urge to keep an open mind. BL is just another subgenre of romance. A lot of tropes that BL has are in romances. It's a subgenre. So if you don't like romances, BL wouldn't be for you. But just yeah, and I get like the fan base is whoop, the fan base. Let's not go there. So yeah, I get like all the connotations and stuff like that, but I would say that any genre, if you tell a good story, you have good characters, I don't care. I honestly don't care about this genre. Fantasy preferred, but not always required. Um, all in all, history is really groundbreaking in Taiwan. So I would you know give them a warm thank you, because I think that these things in Asia especially are really good to bring out in different ways and trying to push the envelope a little bit. And actually, Taiwan is actually the first one to legalize gay marriage, like the same-sex marriage in Asia last year. So good for you, Taiwan. And on that happy note, I'm gonna leave you. I'm sorry for my lack of recording. Like, I have recorded stuff, but my lack of editing, so I cannot get the videos out. I actually just record them, and then I just never get done with the editing. Hopefully this is gonna come out at some point. uh yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna see you guys around. I'm gonna put a little bit of blooper reel maybe behind this, because I'm just, it's 3 o'clock, like 3 a.m. So, haha, best time to shoot, won't you say? Sir, hello. Veikko has something to tell you. Veikko, did you like the first history series? Did you? No. Veikko wants attention. You're a little kitty cat without a tail. Well, he has a tail, but he's a little tail. Not a good tail anymore. I know. So there's one head whose mother marries. I have to put my cat down. There you go. I have to check. Sorry, which way around was it? Called she. I have no idea. Again. Sorry. I'm trying to keep. So again, the names, guys. The names are so hard for me to pronounce. So, whose name I cannot pronounce. So yeah, I'm gonna try to pronounce it. I can. Xiaoxi. No, I cannot. Older guy, whose name I forgot. Chichuan. I have to study. I think I have to study Chinese to get these names in the future. Yeah.